important than what Pete's saying.
One.
I love that when Pete's talking and John's like, nah, shut up. He'll just play a message. And unless it's important to what Pete's saying, he just hits play, otherwise he'll stop it, and Pete just shuts up.
Hell of a way to start the show, John. Hell of a way to fucking take the wind out of my sails, buddy. I'm going to drink these shots out of sorrow instead of fun now. Oh, still drinking, though. Woo!
You say you're taking the show back? I'm taking the show back, baby.
Woo! You take it back anything you want. I'm coming hard and I'm coming fast. I'm a slot receiver. I'm going to talk to my friends who are watching football right now. I'm in the zone. Like, they can play a zone defense, but if they're not in the nickel, I'm going to get in that pocket. I'm going to slide through and like, boom, all day, every day.
We got a message.
The alarm's gone off. That must mean it's 4 a.m. And there must be a plethora of booze around because Sean L. Peacock and YYP. Yeah, it's time to go. Let's do this.
Good morning, love.
You look well rested.
You look.
I hope you are, because we're about to get crazy. So, John, are we going to let the folks know exactly how we're doing this night? I forgot about how this works. Yeah, I highly recommend right now be proactive and just open a handful of beers. Just go ahead and open them. That's what you should do. You gotta let those motherfuckers.
You want to tell the people what you're doing? What are you doing? You said you're taking today's show back. What's going on?
I'm opening beers, John. What I'm doing is I'm like that little girl from Signs, where instead of leaving cups of water all over the place, I'm leaving open beers all over the house. A bunch of wounded soldiers, like a party the morning after. All as far as the eye can see, nothing but half-open beers. No, that's not true. Folks, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are doing the first annual two-sided Power Hour here live this week, and in addition to our normal show. So John is going to do his damnedest to keep reading and keep going. We're going to have a shot every minute. And as we're going through these shots, we will
a shot of what? A shot of what?
A shot of beer. A shot of beer. Not and actually a shot, like an actual shot. So
to the brim.
Yeah, a shot. 2-ouncer. So we're drinking 10 beers an hour plus our cocktails, plus our start the show shots. John, you got to have alcohol shots. Come on.
Oh, is that a shot of rum?
Yeah, come on.
All right.
I said we're not stopping our normal show, John. I'm taking the show back and making it fun. We're doing the same show. In addition. Right, okay. So if you happen to have 10 beers lying around at 4 o'clock in the morning, I highly recommend getting them out and a couple shot glasses. And every time oh, that's right. I got to put the alarm on.
I thought we were going to go a little bit into the show. We're just going right into it. It's happening.
No, we are. No, we're definitely.
You said you'd wait a little bit, but no.
I am. No, but you told me to tell everyone, and you're all excited. And you try to. I'm telling you to open beers. You're telling me what to do. I said I forgot. I just set a timer. I'm just regurgitating all the things you're saying to me, John. Hold on to your butts. We're gonna get drunk later. But right now, we're just gonna do normal shots like adults and start the show. Cheers, everyone, for listening. Cheers, everyone, for supporting our alcoholism. This is for you. Bing, bing, bing.
This one goes out to all the people. Oh.
All right. Okay.
Well, we got to start the show. Yeah.
I think we should.
Well, howdy.
No, sir. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I do not like it one bit.
I'm John L. Peacock out in Brooklyn, New York.
And I'm my boy Pete here in Southern California with a plethora of alcohol around him.
And you're listening to Two-Sided, a live recorded podcast where each week I challenge Pete with a bit of the two sides of life. the serious, and the fun.
The right and the wrong, the me and the you, John. The yes and the no, the ebb and the flow, the push and the pull, the Coors Light and the Natty Light. John, let's get down to business.
This is normally when we tell people we'll be taking shots throughout the show, but it's a thing. This is complicated. This is it's understood.
You guys, it's bigger than us at this point. None of us can stop the machine. It's already in motion. It's best to just pull your legs and feet up and hold on and pray for it.
So let's do our check-in. My boy Pete, how are you feeling in a single image?
All right. I'm going to need everyone's emails. I'm going to Dropbox you guys a bunch of one picture of like an image. I don't need.
Paint for us with words. Paint for us with words. The image, like a Bob Ross.
Single image. Oh, right. Why's it got to be a Bob Ross, John? Just because you gingers stick together with your afros? Is that it? All right. Okay. How am I feeling? I'm feeling good. Feeling good. It's the end of the week. I haven't fucked anything up too bad anywhere in life this week. I have all my supplies for the next couple days. I have a weekend to look forward to. I realize I have less than 2 full weeks of work before I'm done working for the year. Because I peace out in December. I'm out. Yeah, once we're past the teens, my advent calendar says I'm out. There's a little manger somewhere in Bethlehem with my name on it, John. I'm going to find that fucker and sleep on it. Oh, you mean you're going to pass out in a barn again? I'm a baby in a manger. Yea, unto you, your Savior is born. All right, I'll get out of your barn, Farmer Johnson. Every Christmas, it's a tradition. It's like eggnog and mistletoe and you passing out in the neighbor's barn. Very, very seasonal.
It wouldn't be Christmas without it.
Right. Hey, give me some of them wise men. Bring your virgin wife out here. I want to talk to her. He loves that one.
So I see the image of you standing outside a house with snow on the ground. You got a 6-pack in one hand, a bottle of rum in the other, possibly a calendar on your back that says days I'm sick in the month of December and half the month crossed out.
I don't believe in advertising that. I wear my advent calendar. The last box is down low, baby. Come on, everyone else has a shot. 1 through 24. Passed out a shot. Who wants it? It's a great, great gag. Very popular.
Oh, some kind of gagging will be happening. Well, that's going to lead us directly into our first lightning round.
Lightning round! It's time to get down! Heard you guys were drinking a lot! Thought I was left out! What are you guys doing?
Nothing really. Yeah.
What's up with all the beers? What are you guys drinking up? What's all the beers for? Is it a party?
No party. No.
We're actually recycling. We got to open these and let them fizz out, and then we're going to stomp on them and recycle them.
You know my boy Pete doesn't like beer. Come on, lightning round guy. Yeah. Come on.
Okay, well that sounds a little fishy. I'll be watching you guys and smoking cigarettes in the closet. I'll be back.
Well, we're close and awful.
Well, anybody knows that our first lightning round of the episode is always a standard Q&A. My boy Pete, are you ready for the questions?
I think I might be, John. I'm unsure. I became unsure.
My boy Pete, which Christian sect beheaded Charles I?
Oh, that would have to be the Christians, that was the born-agains. That was the born-again Christians. Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense. My boy Pete, what's the name of the first famous English settler ship to reach North America? the first English settler ship to reach North America?
They called it Ye Old Spotted Dick, after the captain's favorite pudding.
Oh, I was going to ask you. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Come on, John, don't be gross. This is England.
I was thinking of old, like, old pudding.
No, it's good. Blood sausage, spotted dick. You sound like you need a health problem. Well, thank God we have universal health care.
Okay, this is a 3-in-1. So that ship, where did it land? What do we call those people? And what religion do they have?
Jesus Christ, John. How come we're trying to go this route? We already did Thanksgiving. I do not need you. I see you, and I sent it. No. Where did they land? They went over to. They were up in Maine. They were up there. They landed in Maine. They call them the Maniacs. That was their first name. We should totally call ourselves the Maniacs. That's pretty good, bro. After a fucking few months on the spotted dick, I feel like a maniac.
Well, I feel like a maniac too. Right, here's the deal, Ralph. We're all going to be called maniacs and no more spotted dick. Right. I don't really like being called a maniac. Could we be called Protestants? No, that's already taken. We're all maniacs from here on out. Otherwise, get back on the spotted dick and shove off. Oh, you're always complaining. All right, we're maniacs.
So I'm pretty sure it's Maniacs, Maine, and what was the third question?
What religion were they? But you mentioned that as well.
Yeah, I think we fit all the blanks in there, and I feel pretty confident about it once I talked it out. Like I was on shaky ground when I first started talking, but then it became more clear to me. Like most of the times I'm in an argument, like I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but the more I yell, I'm pretty fucking sure I'm right. I'm convinced.
This isn't Mad Libs, folks. This is Maine Libs.
It's Maine Libs. All right, 100%.
Final question, Michael Pete. What was the prominent religion of America's founding fathers?
Oh, they were devil worshippers. They were pagans. They were misfits, John, and that's why we liked them. We loved them, John. America.
Congratulations, my boy Pete. This is your first lightning round that you got every single question wrong.
Started at the bottom, now my whole maniac's here.
This is general mania.
It's such a mania. You're losing your fucking camera. You laugh so hard, your camera slipped.
I know. Oh, no.
Yeah, I know, right? And I think that's a perfect time that I'm going to start this. I wish I had downloaded an app that would have had 60 minutes and beep every 60 minutes, but I didn't.
No, why would you?
Yeah, fuck that, man. You know what? I'll just put it on my computer. I can do that, right?
Beep every minute for 60 minutes. Go.
I said, Alexa, beep every minute for... Shut the fuck up.
And your answers it's going to make this first segment real easy. So we got a couple messages and we'll pop into it.
Pete, do you feel like you're actually going through your headset that you're wearing with the microphone? Because I don't think you are. I feel like it's the microphone on your computer or something else. It's definitely not your headset. Definitely. Come on, John. You're supposed to scold Pete for things like this. Crack the whip.
All right, headset.
So you checked it, and it's definitely going for our recording, but the YouTube is the
How
speaker.
about that? Is that different? Is that any different?
Well, scratch it. Scratch your microphone. Nothing. Scratch the other one. You got two microphones near you. No, nothing. Scratch the other.
John, this is
Yes,
I know.
yes.
John.
Oh, I can't check YouTube. You know I can't check YouTube.
John.
I can't be here, there, and everywhere.
I know. That's why I'm saying, why are you yelling at me? You're like, check your other mic. We know this one works, dummy. We know this one works. You're an idiot. I know. How about this? I'm having a microphone headset, webcam. I can test my goddamn speaker. This is all shit we should have done in the beginning. I can hear that, yeah. I don't know what happened, John.
Yeah, it's the John the Pete Show. Yeah, ha ha, yeah, ha ha ha, yeah.
It made me turn my speakers on to fucking test it. See? I don't know. What about now? There we go. How about that? Who cares? I don't care. I don't fucking care. I can't see.
Sounds great. Everybody loves you.
I think sounds great. Whatever.
Well, in honor of you making us do this debaucherous thing, I have decided that our first segment is going to be about the Puritans.
Oh, the Puritans. The Puritans. I think that's a good time to... Wow, I have it here. Turns out I can put it on my phone. I could also buy a 60-minute timer for $8 from Amazon.
Hey.
That's weird. Granted, I don't know if it'll work this way. I'm thinking that it's not going to because I have this other thing on. Fuck technology, bro. All right, I'm going old school. I don't care. Let's just drink. Here's the deal, John. Let's do a shot. Yeah. I'm starting my timer. Here's to you. Boom. Everybody, first shot. I'm starting the timer.
What, beer shot?
Mm-hmm.
All right, there we go.
And the timer's gone. You're on your own, buddy. You better start reading.
Right, so the answer to all those questions in the lightning round, except for the last one, was Puritans. The founding fathers were deists. We'll get to that another time. The Puritans were members of a religious reform movement known as Puritanism that arose within the Church of England in the late 16th century. They believed the Church of England was too similar to Roman Catholic Church and should eliminate ceremonies and practices not rooted in the Bible.
They believed in the Bible too much. They thought this was a great idea. Like anything else, like, okay.
Yeah. So the term Puritan was actually originally a term of contempt used against Puritans and used by Puritans' enemies to describe their belief system. Precision was also used to describe them. The start was rooted in the want to eliminate.
Time to do a shot. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Keep reading. You better pour it in.
From Christianity, done. Any rituals and practices not in the scripture, including most of the common Catholic church rituals, and still found in Anglicanism, the Church of England. All aspects of their lives were molded on the Bible. They would not even sing hymns in church, opting instead to chants of psalms taken directly from scripture.
Chanting of psalms? Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow. They were the first coolios. My God. Yeah. But isn't that kind of like Amish? Because that's chanting.
They were the first Weird Al Yankovic.
Exactly.
I walk through the valley where I harvest my grain. I take a look at my wife and realize she is really plain.
Exactly.
So they avoided the corrupting influences of the secular world.
Cheers.
Cheers. And thus they tried to eliminate many of them, including governments. Many secular pastimes like theater and poetry that was not religious in nature were not permitted in Puritan.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was mainly because they had Shakespeare. They're trying to get rid of that shit for years. I would have been that. I would have been Puritan. Like, nope, none of this willy-nilly stuff for me. Thank you very much.
Yeah, they did burn down the Globe Theater.
See, John, they were on to something. Are they still beating on Sundays? Where do I go for that?
So they believed they had a covenant with God, which was a sacred bond that required all members of the church to behave according to Scripture. So real strict. That's what we're getting, right?
Okay, I like that.
No celebration.
Like, you know me.
Yep, lots of structure. Lots of structure.
Love structure. Hate freedom. Hate ideas. Oh, idle hands, devil's work. You know what I mean? Oh, there's a minute.
They sought to purify the Church of England from the popery, and they said it retained
potpourri.
after the.
It smells so beautiful, though.
That they claimed had retained after the religious settlement reached early in the reign of Queen Elizabeth I. This is the root of Puritanism. The Queen doing something.
The Queen doing something.
Yeah.
She's a lot. She had corgis.
Yeah, but she was the first queen in a while. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Puritans became noted in the 17th century for a spirit of moral and religious earnestness that informed their whole way of life. They sought through church reform to make their lifestyle the pattern of the whole nation. That led directly to the beheading of Charles I, the heir of King James I, England. So that's cheers. That's Shakespeare's time. So directly after Shakespeare's time. The efforts to transform the nation contributed both to civil war in England and the founding colonies in America as working models of the Puritan way of life.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
So, small sect of dissenters that drew inspiration from reformer John Calvin, Puritanism.
Calvinists. Big fan of the Calvinists, John.
Are you?
He was right around the same time with Martin Luther when he nailed his favorite menu from KFC to the door of the church. Like, chicken's pretty fucking good. Deal with the program.
They became more widespread toward the end of the 16th century, the 16th into the 17th century. They objected to the Book of Common Prayer, Anglican Church hierarchy, and the incense and music in worship. Cheers.
Like music and worship. Oh, that's the ones. There are no organs and they can't even clap. There's a lot like that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, no, they don't like any of that. And a number of other aspects of church liturgy and practice. Under Queen Elizabeth, they accommodated for the most part, but under James, they were persecuted. And that's when they started fighting back.
James. It's always a James that gets you.
Half the passengers aboard the Mayflower, who founded Plymouth Colony in North America, were Puritan separatists. Those who believed the church could not be redeemed and true believers should separate themselves from it. These were the Pilgrims.
Okay, so the Pilgrims were an offshoot. They were the Plymouth Rockers.
Right. They were ultimately dissolved into the Puritans who believed of reforming the church. And so they didn't last long past their Thanksgiving. But so here's from the website called Digital History. See if therefore or okay. No group, quote, no group has played a more pivotal role in shaping American values than the New England Puritans. The 17th century Puritans contributed to our country's sense of mission, its work ethic, and its moral sensibility. Today, 8 million Americans can trace their ancestry to the 15 to 20,000 Puritans who migrated to New England between 1629 and 1640.
Yeah, I think I did. I think my grandpa found that shit out.
Yeah.
I think we were Mayflower-esque.
Well, yeah, children of the Mayflower, right? That's a huge thing.
Yeah. Better than being a children of the corn, right, John? Cheers. Bing, bing,
Cheers.
bing.
Continuing, few people, however, have been as frequently subjected to caricature and ridicule. The journalist H.L. Mencken defined Puritanism as, quote, the haunting fear that someone somewhere might be happy, end quote. And particularly during the 1920s, the Puritans came to symbolize every cultural characteristic that modern Americans despised.
I don't think they should have their own podcast.
It goes on. They were not opposed to artistic beauty. Although they were suspicious of the theater and visual arts, the Puritans valued poetry. Indeed, John Milton, one of England's greatest poets, was a Puritan. Even the association of the Puritans with the drab colors is wrong. They especially liked the colors of red and blue.
Yeah, but he was also sick in rap battles. Cheer. Like their whole thing, they were sick on the mic, bro. That's fucking burp. That's Milton for you. Oof. He's like, Milton spaghetti. Coming off the Calvinism ready. Used to be a pilgrim, now I'm doing steady. And I don't like things that are not too pretty. Milton out. Like, oh, no clapping, that's beats. Harump, harump. I didn't get a harump out of you, Milton. Are we all called Milton around here? What kind of a town is this? I gotta join a new sect.
So this website that claims itself a Digital History of America says they really love the colors of red and blue. And it just so happens that they're all white. So I'm just throwing that out there. Okay, so the fact that the Puritans left England to escape religious persecution did not mean that they believed in religious tolerance.
Cheers. No, of course not. Of course not. That's the whole thing, John. Just because I don't like to get talked down to doesn't mean I don't like to talk down to people. It's a whole different thing. Don't bully me, but when I get to school, I'm going to push a kid down the stairs.
It's a little different from bullying.
No, I don't know what kind of bullies you dealt with, John. You went to work. So I've now, good luck. I'm just hitting this timer I was like, how are we going to keep going? Because I was like, I have a 12-pack. We'll just drink through it. But I set a timer now that I'm in sync with. I have this timer and this timer. I have 2 timers going. You guys, it's like fucking NASA in here with a shit ton of booze around. So you mean like NASA? Sorry, John. Go ahead. Every time I talk, you lose a minute. It's like, you said I'd do the show. It's like, I said I'd not deviate from the show we do. When I deviate from your show, isn't it mainly you saying a few sentences and me saying, we should do a shot? Bink, here you go. Oof. All right.
So their society was a theocracy that governed every aspect of their lives. Freedom of religion and freedom of speech or of the press were as foreign to Puritans as to the Church of England. When other colonists arrived with differing beliefs, they were driven out by Puritans. For instance, the minister Roger Williams, the founder of what became Rhode Island, fled Massachusetts after his proposal to separate church and state met with Puritan hostility.
Right. That's like when they were going to do away with the whole NFL penalty review, and like, what? You can't. What? Not doing reviews anymore. And like, it almost caused a goddamn uprising. Anyway, I know exactly.
Separation of church and state to a theocracy is just like that proposal. Yeah. Cheers.
Yeah.
So
Goodell's my god.
The witch trials that took place in Salem, Massachusetts.
Whoa,
in
witch trials?
1692 to 393. Yep.
Oh, 392 to 393.
Yeah.
I was like, which trials? 392 to 393. Oh, those trials.
Yeah, there you go. are remembered today as a tragic chapter in American history. The trials are generally considered to be unique and isolated flare-up of European superstitions that had been brought to America by a few settlers. A closer look shows that from the very beginning, the fear of witchcraft was a basic part of New England society of the Puritans. Outside of there were several other cases of people practicing witchcraft, actually saying, "Hey, I'm a witch," and no one cared. No trials happened, only in Puritan New England.
Well, yeah, it's just where you're going to live, man. Like, hell of a place, but I don't like the neighborhood. Cheers. Burr, burr, burr.
Hold on.
Ooh.
Back up.
It's like a whole weekend after eating a loaf of cheese. I'm kind of backed up around here. Go ahead. That's not true.
Framers of the Constitution thought that one way of avoiding the religious intolerance of the Puritan era was to encourage a multiplicity of denominations. The First Amendment specifically prohibits the kind of national religious establishment that had once dominated colonies such as Massachusetts.
See, okay, now you're getting into some shit that I'm like, oh, now we're talking things like, yeah, everything. There were horrible people who were bad people, but who had good intentions for the time. Their ideals were better than they were. They kept each other honest almost. They held each other's feet to the fire because they had some sort of oh, time to drink. It's hard to get a sense in here. They had some sort of loyalty. They had a duty to their states, to who they represented, to the future of America, the Americas they were trying to build. And at that point, so even they were shit people, they were still trying to do good in that moment. And you can't translate. If we would have sat down 10 years ago and written 20 years ago, think about like the cyber laws and the fucking all the weird shit, the catfishing, all the weird shit that we didn't even know existed, right? If we had like, okay, how would you write 20 years ago your perfect constitution of what it would be? And it would be this. And 10 years from then, later, it doesn't work as well, right? That's the thing. Rome wasn't built in a day, John, but I think we're going to have to do another shot here in another second. Oh, there it is. Time to drink.
The tolerance or intolerance level started to split Puritans of Massachusetts, and leaders of a Puritan church felt that those in Massachusetts were being a little too harsh. So they left Newton, which was later Cambridge, Mass, with about 100 members and 160 head of cattle. I like that. So apart, so I threw it in. To go to a place that Indians called Suckog. Probably completely butchered that. It was Hartford, Connecticut, and which was the first major city of Connecticut.
Suckle. I like how you said the Indians called it. You had to make a big pronunciation for that.
Yeah.
The Native Americans.
So those of Hartford proved to be more tolerant in terms of church admissions and than the coastal peers in Massachusetts.
Fuck.
There were less witch trials, though there were some. There was more.
You got to keep the people happy, John. Like you got to give them what they want. It's the old. You got to play the hits. That's one of the things I've learned. You got to play the hits, John. You got to give the people what they want. That's all I'm saying.
And their tolerance also extended among the Connecticut Puritans to be more lenient on the treatment of Quakers, whom Bostonians occasionally executed.
Oh, yeah, until we found out about their oaths. We're like, whoa, this shit is going to live on well past any of us. Thee has done well. Done well.
They did banish them all, but they didn't hang them.
Yeah. Well, they have their why am I reaching for a cocktail right now? I'm like, I got 7 seconds. I might as well take a drink, be a man.
So
Oh,
Back in
fuck, drink.
Cheers. Back in England,
John, on a
Oliver
good note, buddy.
Cromwell.
That's
Yeah.
good that you, yeah. Oliver Cromwell. I have a poster on him on my wall. It's great. Like that guy. Take me to Parliament, please. Wait, where's the fucking Cromwell statue? Oh, we have one of fucking Robert Bedford in the U.S. He tried to blow up Parliament. Why can't we have one here in front of Parliament? This tour sucks. I'm going to go fuck with one of those guys with the hats. I'll be back. Pip, pip, cheerio, buckles. And that was the last time I was allowed on the palace grounds.
The weird thing was you thought it was Parliament.
Right? I said, Attica! Attica! Like, stop touching the bars, sir. Please don't touch the bars. Cheers! Fuck!
You didn't really think this through, did you?
I did, John. It's going to be a longer show, but here's the deal. Look on the bright side. You only have 41 more shots to do.
So he was a political and military leader of the 17th century England. He was Lord Protector, which was the head of the state of the Commonwealth of England, Scotland, and Ireland.
Start calling me that. How do I get that gig? Right now, I have on my business cards, Lord of Everything Good Pure, professional marriage counselor / private golf caddy. And if I can put Lord Protector on the top, embossed, of course, in a nice font, good cardstock, really impressive. John, really impressive. You're going to get a lot of, oh shit, we're out of beers. Nope, we're not. Turns out I opened 17 more just to be safe. All right. Oh, God. Everyone, again. Shit.
Cheers. So that Lord Protector status, 5 years until his death in 1658. He was known for being ruthless in battle, twice led successful efforts to remove the British monarchy from power, culminating in the beheading of Charles I. Called a dictator by some, including future British Prime Minister Winston Churchill, he was a devout Puritan and particularly intolerant of the Catholics and Quakers. He's also credited by others for helping to lead Great Britain toward a constitutional government, which then reinstated the monarchy with the throning of Charles II. And he had something to do with some Irish Catholics having some bad times, especially in Belfast.
Well, you know, I would like to visit Belfast. That was his first thought when he wanted. He did horrible things. I don't know. I just don't know. Like, there's a lot of political history and intrigue. Cheers, shit, drink, everyone. I truly didn't think this one through. You're right. I should have had louder buzzers. I should have had a blowhorn, a megaphone. I should have had all sorts of things. John, this is the first annual. The next one, I'm going bigger. You know I'm going to figure this out.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a grandstand. I'm going to have small bleachers behind me where people could watch. Look, yeah, guys. Is that right? Pyrotechnics, John. Woo!
Over time, the hold of the Puritans and the Pilgrims over the rest of America, especially with the Founding Fathers being deists and kind of creating that legal separation of church and state, became less and less, and Puritans as a denomination faded out in America. Though the morals...
Cheers!
Cheers. And a lot of understandings of something like the more possessions you have, the more grace you have with God are embedded into our culture even today.
Right. The less you know, the more you should be on air talking about it. That's why we did the podcast. Folks, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are the two-sided. The less you know is our motto. And it turns out we live that every day. We don't just talk about it. We happen to be the presidents of the company. We're here every Tuesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. If you're watching this live right now, God bless you and have mercy on your soul. We are live on the YouTubes. We are live on the stereo streets. If you can't catch those, find us on the Spotify's, on the Anchor apps, on the Amazon Primes, on the any of the music apps. We're on Patreon, Apple Music. We're on Farmers Only. We're on Fans Only. Like, you send me a .com, I'll get on it. Oh, shot, shit. And ladies and gentlemen, we're in the middle of our Thursday show. But we're also in the middle of our power hour that we decided was a great idea. All right, we didn't. I decided because I'm making the show fun again. Remember how you're all in the middle, like, Puritans and witches, and this is how things happen. It's like, John, that's great. We all love it. We all like to learn, and we're going to learn more. John, God bless your soul. You only have 36 more shots to go. I think you're going to do well, and then we can start coaching.
Fine.
But
I'll be fine.
We're doing one shot of beer every minute for 1 hour. We are 34 minutes into it. So if you want to play along, this is where you get your cup. This is where you get your coasters. This is where you get your thrills, folks. Welcome to the party. You were saying, John, about the Puritans and Fraggle Rock. They landed at Fraggle Rock.
Oh, that's all I have to say about that.
That's all I've got to say about that. Oh, drink!
Cheers. Oh.
Okay, good.
We got some.
I bought us a minute.
We got a message. We got some messages.
Holy fuck, I just realized you're wearing two headsets. But anyway, the second one definitely sounds a lot better on YouTube. You sounded like you were in the other room on YouTube.
I mean, honestly, Kyle, we've been watching you down there. THC buddy, not THC, Trabajomba, and Jata Comuna, and Castrope, Amanuna, and Agota Buland.
I know exactly. Same thing.
That's right.
But I fucked up the microphone.
Hey, what to do? Two-sided podcast. Puritans, Quakers, and Peace Ragings. I'm here for peace. I'm here for peace Ragings. Like you guys are talking about Puritans and Quakers. Let me know when you guys get to Peace Ragings. I'm all about that. And take another shot from me. Holla at your boy Quavo. What to do? And, what else, babe? Versace on the floor. That's right. Versace on the floor. Have a great show. Oh, I'm like an hour and a half from Quaker Town. Mm-hmm. Not that many Quakers there.
I feel like I was the same. I went to, where was I? I was like, because I went to Pennsylvania. I was in Intercourse. Don't go there often enough. Am I right? Can I get anyone? Nope. Fair enough. Anyway, they have a nice brittle, which sounds off-putting because you don't want brittle intercourse, but I promise you, you do. And they're jellies. Ugh. Delicious. But seriously. Cheers.
Sure, yeah.
Oh.
That's nice with you, John. Seriously, I really do. Pete?
What?
You're out of fucking control.
Thank you. Thank you for noticing. Angela cares. You know what? I'm manning. This is how I know how family works, John. Because I'm manning I'm on my fucking timer. I'm just looking at timers now. I'm just talking shit. But I know Angela cares and I feel her voice. And I was like, thank you for noticing that I'm out of control.
Yeah.
You're drunk again, aren't you? I am drunk. Thank you for noticing. I have been working on this for quite some time.
You know, you hardly ever hear of it nowadays, guys. Hello, anyways. Welcome, everybody. My dad and his family were Quakers. And my dad didn't talk about it a whole lot, but he did say a few things here and there. And I kind of agree with some of the stuff that he told me. I can't elaborate right now, but anyways, yeah, That's weird. It makes sense why he didn't talk about it.
I think that's all a lot of stuff with a lot of different like religions and beliefs. There's some good shit. Like
Sure.
You can't get, that's one of the things, okay? No one joins a cult. No one goes out to join a cult on purpose, except for my girl Julie. She knows what she's getting into. Hey, look at you across the pond, friends. You want to cult up?
Wide shut.
Come on. I got a mask with your name all over it. I got a mask with me all over it the other night. No, come on. That's fucking off-putting. Jesus Christ, Sean. It's not me. It's the eyes wide shut and all the drinking we've been doing. But I'm saying everyone gets into something because they think it's good. It scratches an itch. It may not be good. Like, oh yeah, I'm getting to this weird like fucking thing. Oh, cheers, drink. Everyone drink.
Yeah, getting into this power hour. Yeah,
Right. Everyone gets into the power hour. It's like John and I said, like, oh, it'll be fun. It'll be neat. We'll have fun. Remember when we were in college, we could just do this? Like, dude, there's a reason we don't drink beer. I realize that. Like, we only have 31 more to go, John. Or 30.
You're not even sure anymore, are you?
No, I fucking put the clock up and I was like, I timed it. So we'll miss it by 1 or we'll get it by 1. And I think we should do 1 more whenever the clock runs out. I'm hitting the timer. The clock's going down. We can watch it in post. It's like the NFL games that you watch on YouTube instead of like the 3-hour game. It's in like 20 minutes.
Right.
All right, you guys. Don't worry. We're gonna cut the power hour down to just drinking. It's gonna be 60 seconds. Wait, it's already 60 seconds. All right, it's gonna be. Wait. I'm just saying that would be hilarious. Ah, there it is again, John.
Well, that cheers is going to lead us directly into our next. Lightning round.
I do not think the lightning round should come anymore, John.
Why is that?
Scares the horses, John. We're doing a barn racing here. Me and all my Quaker brethren. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me introduce myself. I'm Brother Jeremiah. I've been speaking to your friend Lightning Guy. He has some interesting points. I do think that you two are on a path of way too much music and destruction. Also the drinking, pretty cool.
Jeremiah, quick question. Are you sure you're...
Brother Jeremiah, please. Thank you very much.
My apologies. Brother Jeremiah, quick question.
Time to drink, Brother Jeremiah says.
Are you sure you're not a Puritan?
I'm pure of heart. I quake in my boots. I tremble in fear at your drinking prowess.
Because the Puritans did punish the Quakers. We'll get into that.
We're all a team. It takes a village to raise a box of oats, John.
Yes, to ways it all.
Only 28 more to go, John. I feel like we're making headway.
Yeah, a lot of headway. So this lightning round is a great one because it's to honor all of the sponsors of Two-Sided. It's our commercial lightning round. My boy Pete, are you ready to honor some of the great sponsors who've been sticking with us?
Oh man, I've been waiting to get paid. So yeah, I'm so ready to get down with those commercial sponsor Japan's right after this shot.
All right, cheers. Well, I want to cheers to the makers of I'm No Rube. That's right. That's the first antidote for snake oil. I'm No Rube. Thanks, guys.
Guys, here's the deal. I can tell you because they didn't really give me a script. They just said, hey, you're no Rube. And I said, you know what? I'm not. And that's when it clicked, John. I'm no Rube. And I feel like every man is no Rube. Who's no Rube? Every man. And that's why it's going to catch on. Folks, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, gather round, gather round, gather round, hear me now. You're no rube, and I can tell you why. For 4 easy payments of $22.95, that's 27 pounds even across the pond. Just come unto me, and I will give you all the truth you need. You are no rube, and I can tell you why. Listen up, line up, and find out why.
Thanks guys. So, yeah, I love these guys. The Hellfire Estates. Cheers to the Hellfire Estates. Oh man, these are the first. The creators of the first 1600s-based Puritan retirement community in Florida. Hellfire Estates, guys. Oh, thank you.
Oh, Hellfire Estates. John, Pete. You boys have put so many patrons ill at ease. We were happy to sponsor you. Why? Because it makes them uncomfortable. Welcome to Hellfire Gates, where retirement should be just as life. Punishing, unfulfilled, colorless, without a beat of music or a drab of hope. Hellfire Estates. Hey, you're getting old. Isn't it time to die?
And our next sponsor, Actual Hellfire. They're the guys who made the first nuclear pepper fusion-based hot sauce.
Oh. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
So,
it's our guys at Actual Hellfire. You know, the ones who made the first nuclear pepper fusion-based hot sauce.
Those guys were great, John. They were great. I have the script here. Folks, if you like your hot sauce like Two-Sided likes their hot sauce, well, you'll love Hellfire hot sauce. Brought to you by the fun kids who brought you Fat Man and Little Boy, Nagasaki, Hiroshima, all the Tripoli Island fun you can handle. Well, now we're into sauces. Folks, hold on to your buttholes, because it's hotter than hell in here. Just like Two-Sided. I'm guessing they won't have any more beers. That's weird. How do you know that? Oh, drink. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Talk.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
You just like blanked, glitched out. Speak again?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, 100%. Oh, that was weird. That was crazy.
Yeah, but here's the deal, John. You have to keep talking because you just froze. And I'm like, are you having a stroke? Is the beer running through you? Just keep talking. Tell me what is happening. You're like a fucking child in a movie. I'm so scared I can't talk. Use your fucking voice, you dummy.
I had a delay, and so I was hearing constant. Then
talk through it.
Talk through it? Why?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Is it time for a shot? Is it time for a shot? Is it time for a shot?
I think I actually might have missed one. Wow, that was insane. Thanks, Actual Hellfire. Apparently, you guys are super great. Hey, we might need to drop them as sponsors.
I need to get a better liver. Get with the program, John.
Ooh, and finally, let's do a great cheers to our sponsor, Witch Hazel. Quote, great for the skin and now fully legal even under Puritan law.
Are you going to Puritan Square? Parsley, sage, rosemary, now witch hazel. It's kind of legal, good for the skin. Everyone come down to get yours within.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, everyone who's sponsoring us. And also thank you to our Patreon members.
Oh, time to drink.
Really? Weird.
Only got 22 more to go, John.
I thought I did that last minute.
Oh, my God.
Well, we need to hit those messages right there.
Oh, when the work and play is done, oh, two-sided, we're gonna get drunk. Oh, yes, what kind of drunk we are? We're just kind of drunk, yeah. We're not that drunk. We're not that drunk. We're not that drunk. Just wait 20 minutes and then we'll see you again, yeah.
I live about 45 minutes away from Intercourse, Pennsylvania.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
And you can't forget about Blue Ball and Paradise. They're right there, too.
Right, Blue Ball. Yeah.
First Blue Ball and Paradise. All the good old Quaker state.
Cheers to you. Cheers to Quaker State. Their oats, their oil, and their Mennonites.
That's where we sowed those wild oats. I know in Pennsylvania, to get to Paradise, you have to go through Intercourse, but to get to Blue Balls, you can't go through Intercourse. Pennsylvania.
You guys like geographical humor? You like double entendres? What about multiple entendres? He asks knowingly. Yeah! Woo! Come on, John. Fuck him up with some New Jersey shit next, buddy. Tell him about Connecticut, bro. Tell him about the fucking 64 freeway.
64 freeway.
It's a highway.
It's a highway, dude.
Pete, it was you. You are the one. You are the only one who keeps doing these things.
I know.
It's your fault.
I know.
Everything about it.
I know.
It's your fault.
It wasn't me. They called me the half stepper. Word up. I'm the drink shot drinker. Word up. Still love me like that. Nah, 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 nah. Come on, John, pour some shots. Don't get behind on this one. Only 19 more to go. Hey!
Yeah, for those who are not watching us on our YouTube channel, we are still taking them. We are just cheersing without the, we're streamlining. We're streamlining. So our last segment of the episode is going to be, about the Quakers. This is the fun one, Pete. This is the fun one.
This is great. I just state oil in the boots, the oats. John, there's so many great jokes. The hairstyles, the hats alone, my friend. Oh!
Are you thinking about the Amish?
John, I'm not
thinking about the Amish.
No, because do you like Quaker oats? You like Quaker oatmeal? Have you ever had it?
Yeah.
Remember Quaker? He's the guy that we had to take off when we take all the fucking, we're making fun of the Quakers now, so we had to take him off and make him like hip now. He has fucking a blunt in one hand and sunglasses in the other. And it was like his idea that we should drink all this much. Cheers. Yeah.
Cheers.
Oh, I'm getting full. I could probably only do like 18 or 19 more shots of these. Anyway, John, I know the Quakers. He's the guy. Quaker State Oil. That's a thing too. I feel like they've raised a barn in their time or two with that hairstyle, or at least given a fucking sermon from a hot church with no air conditioning music. John, do I know Quakers? Do I know Quakers? Do I know Quakers, John? I'm going to go out on a real strict and stringent limb and say, I'm thinking I know a Quaker or two in my life. John. Guys, maybe I should start drinking like 10 beers an hour. It's pretty fun. It's kind of dumb, makes you stupid, but cheers.
I knew it was coming up.
It's a horrible thing, bro. It's the constant. it's a thing. It's a constant having to take one every time. It's like, dude, just can I have a break? Can I have just like give me a second?
It's like really, it's like shooting a musket in a war because it takes 20 seconds to reload. So it's like, hold on. Okay, keep going.
Oh, God damn it, John. I swear to God, I want to charge you with my bayonet right now. But I have 25 seconds before you can get a shot off. I'm pretty sure I can get to him.
So the Quakers currently call themselves the Religious Society of Friends. They were given the moniker of Quaker by other Christian denominations who derided
I don't
with.
like that. I don't like that. I don't like why they were given. I don't like that they were given a name by other people. Cheers, unless it's a cool name like Dragon or Switchblade. Like a street name. But
it was because
now I like the whole thing as friends, like the denomination of friends. Like, hey, you guys want to hang out? I like that.
Yeah. So their current one is Religious Society Friends. We'll talk about the other ones when I get to it. But the others called them that because they were writhing and dancing in religious ecstasy. It was common in the early days of the group.
Oh, John, I'm a big fan of writhing and ecstasy.
Yeah.
If you look at my dating profile, it says big turn-ons, writhing, ecstasy, turn-offs, not writhing, non-ecstasy. Very specific.
Exactly.
Like, this guy's a Quaker.
Why these people are awesome.
This guy, look at him, is like, I may not be one, but I play one on TV.
And you were wondering why I had a religious group in the fun section.
Drink.
Cheers.
Oh, shit, son.
Their values can be summed up in the belief that each human has the ability to access the Spirit of God that is within every person.
Say that one more time.
Their values can be summed up in the belief that each human has the ability to access the Spirit of God that is within every person.
Oh, dude, it's fucking self-realization. Yeah, fuck yeah, Quakers. You guys ever done peyote? Fuck yeah, Quakers. I'm going to figure myself out in fucking Ecuador and do some weird trips out in the jungle with a shaman. I'm going to let you know what's going to happen later on. Hopefully be sponsored by them next week. You don't know.
So because of this belief that God is in every person, each person can access God within them without the intercession of priests or pastors. And they have the general priesthood of all believers.
I believe that. Cheers.
Cheers.
I believe if there is a God, if there's a higher power, if there's a thing, and we're all part of this universe, and we all exist on this plane of whatever existence you believe in. I'm not like, all right, there might be a thing, but if there is a thing, like, you can't say that there's a hierarchy of the thing, like there's a caste system of this beautiful afterlife. Like, what is that fucking? It can't be the 7 layers of hell, because I'm down with that if there was a hell, but that can't be like it can't be this, like, we're all in the same playing field, we're all equal. Yeah, so if there is a God, then it is, and if there isn't, then fuck off.
Yeah.
I don't know, only 13 more to go. I get very reflective when I'm like less than 15 shots to go. It's like, this was a really good hour, and I've made some really good points, and we're gonna have to drink again. Bink, bink, bink.
So each member of the Quaker Church is a priest within that church and can teach others and give testimony, even women and children, which is quite unlike most other denominations of Christianity. Because of this, many of their core beliefs began in direct opposition to the established beliefs of the time.
Dude, I'm 100%. You got it? Yeah, I got it. Yeah, you're good to go. Hey, you got it? I got it. You're good to go.
Yep.
You got it? I got it. You're good to go, kid.
You're good to go.
At that point, it's just like, whatever you're saying, it's the same thing, right? So don't think about it as religion. Just think about it as marketing, yeah? Think about your fucking favorite video game, your favorite movie, your favorite TV show. And you're like, you need to know about video games and how to play and what streaming is and like how to level up. What is your level and what are your games and how do you play? Are you a Ford or are you like, and you're trying to ask these qualifying questions? Cheers, bing, bing, bing. Should you be doing that? Or should you say, hey, you like this game? Go tell everyone. Oh, you like this movie? Go tell everyone. You're trying to do the marketing of like, hey, do you like it? It's cool for you? Go tell people.
Yeah.
And I'm with that. And that's why I hate some of my family so much. They keep on trying to tell me about this. Like, do you have a second to talk about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ? I'm like, yeah, she won't call me back. I keep on leaving numbers late at night. Like, she's not happy with me. They're like, are we talking about the same thing? I'm pretty sure we are.
So, because we have a little bit of a point, Spawn Band has been on our YouTubes. We're quite vocal. Thank you so much, Spawn. I just want to throw out, he said, I didn't know John was supposed to drink also. A whole lot of LOLs. So I guess we are
and that's the thing, John. I didn't know he was. Cheers. Awesome. Seriously, Spawn, I didn't think he was either. I sent him a picture of this. I had to go get smokes this morning at like fucking 6 a.m. And I was like, I'm not going to come back out again. I'm not going to want to after work or anything. I'm just going to buy beer. So I bought a fucking 12-pack at 6 a.m. from this. And I came home. My neighbor's like, what are you doing? Don't even ask. It's a thing for a show. Is this a write-off?
You hate those things.
This is going to be a write-off on my taxes for this for business expenses. I
didn't want to. I had to.
I can show them this video. I'm like, you know what? You have to watch the whole thing. I'm getting audited. Here's all the shows you have to watch to prove to you that I've used all these things.
I did not like it. I did not like it.
I don't care if I like it or not. I'm going to use it. John, John, holy shit. Okay, everyone do a shot. Listen to this. I just realized something. Wow. Okay, we can start writing shit off as business expenses if we do it on the show. John, we can start going to weed stores. We can smoke weed on film and say, like, even though everything we drink, we can write off, technically.
What?
Well, are you because you don't do you're an independent contractor, right? You don't have
most artists
you
are
itemize, right? You itemize.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. Bro, you can totally itemize this shit.
What?
Oh,
because we're making money, right? Yeah.
Right.
Thank you, Patreon. Right. You just saved me lots of taxes. Ba-ba.
Yeah, no, because all the booze you drink on the show, anytime you do anything, and this is part of the show, this is what we do for our show that makes us money.
It's not a hobby, it's a living.
It's a goddamn lifestyle, John. Cheers. The roots go all the way to my soul, baby. I'm just letting you know. Oh, God.
So the Quakers also avoid creeds and hierarchical structures. The different Quaker denominations that exist today include evangelical, holiness, liberal, and traditional. Original Quakers had meetings with no planned services. Most of the meeting were held in silence until someone felt moved by God to say something.
Fucking, bro, I've been there. Just a bunch of dudes hanging out, quietly smoking, grunting.
Yeah. Accepting the silence. Comfortable with the silence.
Bro, I'm telling you, these guys, you cannot break them when you pull them into an interrogation room because they're okay with silence. Number one rule in interrogation rooms, shut the fuck up. Pretend you're a Quaker. Oh, that's what my grandpa taught me.
Cheers. There are Quaker denominations who still worship this way today, and others have a prepared message given by a designated pastor, and sometimes singing as well. So this is a general overlook, right? And we're now going to look at the history of them.
Oh yeah, I can't wait because.
How many more do we have left, my boy Pete?
About 7.
Wow,
about 7 more.
Great.
Oh,
the religious, yeah.
Let's go for the whole century. Let's put another 40 on there and go for a full 100. Nope. Don't want to, don't need to. I have learned my motherfucking lesson.
And no one told you to. Don't do that.
John, one doesn't know the iron is hot until one puts the iron to one's face. That's what I learned in my priesthood school.
So the Religious Society of Friends was first called the Children... Drink.
Oh, God.
The Children of Light. Or Friends of the Truth.
Or would you like some white Nikes before you drink poison to find the comet? Or, hey, we're not crazy. We're just Quakers.
Yeah, well, okay, so you're throwing Heaven's Gate and Jones, other things out there, right?
Yeah.
They have survived
you don't
throughout
have to
the
quantify
centuries.
and qualify. Remember how we don't have to put buttons on the things I say? You can just say, yes, but they have. You don't have to say those other things that you address that you know.
Right.
You're doing good, John.
I'm going to say this is kind of their first draft, right? The first draft was Children of the Light. Okay, what about Friends of the Truth? And then that got shortened to Friends. So they were called Friends for a while. That was their thing.
Sometimes the world is gonna be okay. And everything is Quakering. You're just your way. Sometimes you feel like your barn is never gonna get lifted. Come on, John, drink a shot.
Cheers. So that ended up to be today the Religious Society of Friends, which is the one you like. So it was the first draft into the polished draft, right?
I prefer Jennifer Aniston's version of the Quakers.
Friends of the Truth.
Just go, no, just straight friends. You said they're just friends.
Yeah,
I just like just friends. And it's just like it's just lunch. It's like a nice dating app. It's like it's just friends. Hey, whatever. What's a little body fluid between friends? Hey, come on. Just friends. Very innocent,
very innocent.
That's how Quakers get you, John. That's how they got me to eat oatmeal. That's how they get you to join a religion. Seen it 100 times. Seen it 100 times, John.
Oh, it gets better, buddy. It gets better.
Can't wait.
So they were. It's the Quaker movement, which was founded in England in the 17th century by George Fox. George Fox.
I prefer Guy Fawkes, but go on.
Sorry. He and the other early Quakers, or Friends, were persecuted for their beliefs, which included the idea of the presence of God exists in every person. So one of the things they had was the Bible was called a book like any other. They didn't give the reverence that other denominations do. They're like, yeah, okay, it's a book. Yeah, okay, great. It helps us out maybe, or not, depending on what the light says within us.
Sometimes we read Hustler. Sometimes we read the Bible. Depends on what inspiration we need. Sometimes we read a million different pieces and then realize it was all a fake and how Oprah was finally humiliated. Oh, let's drink.
Think. Early Quakers preached there was no need for churches, rituals, holy days, sacraments, or to practice religion. Rather, religion should be something one lived and acted out every day. These ideas were radical.
In Mother Russia, religion practiced you. In Quaker religion practice you. No, they're not Russian. Go ahead.
So that was radical in the period where the established church held great political power, and many early Quakers were imprisoned and oppressed for these beliefs.
Okay. Ooh.
But this is what they're now known for.
Yeah, no, that's great, John. That's super great. I'm just having second thoughts of eating that full cup of raw, uncooked rice before we started. I was like, I don't have time to eat a full meal, so I just ate a cup of rice. Oh, and I feel like it started to go big on me. Cheers. Drink.
Puff up. Pete hates that.
Okay, only like 17 more to go. Sorry, my clock was stopped. It was on stutter. It turns out I didn't hit go. We have to start it, John. We only have 7 more left. 2 more. 5 more. I don't even know.
17.
I'm going to go 2. We're going to go 2.
So these beliefs have led Quakers to act in ways that they are now well known for. Campaigning for the rights of prisoners, refusing to fight in wars, mediating in conflicts, and becoming the first religious organization in Britain to officially recognize same-sex marriage.
Wait. Hold on. They're the first religion in Britain, but that's not religion everywhere, right?
Buddhism and other Eastern religions did recognize it earlier. Yes. So we're talking the first Western religion, Christian religion, if we want to throw that out.
The first Christian religion did. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank God. We only have 1 more left. I'm 99% sure.
During and after the English Civil War, many dissenting Christian societies arose, including Seekers and others. And George Fox was unhappy with the doctrine of both the Church of England and the Nonconformists, who were the Puritans. He then experienced a revelation that there is one, even Jesus Christ, who can speak to thy condition. Quote.
Jesus Christ. Sorry, what did you say?
And became persuaded that it was viable to have a personal experience of Christ without the help of ordered ministry. This was the beginning of the Quakers, and a huge shift from any other Christian sect at that time.
Last one, motherfucker.
Pick a bell.
Okay, that was 60. All right. I need like 3 minutes to settle this rice cooking in my stomach, and then I can have the rest of this drink that I've been waiting for. I'm actively gonna throw this other beer I have open away. I'm like, I don't need to drink that. I don't want that. I don't need that in my life. I'm gonna give them to the neighborhood kids.
That's what surprised me.
There's a group of kids that play in the park every day at 11. He's gonna put a bunch of beers out there.
What's their general age?
Oh, like 11. I don't know.
Allegedly.
Well, I don't know what playing looks like in this day and age, John. I'm unsure, but anyway, when you're on a jungle gym, I'm guessing you're under 50. So either way, you probably need a beer to mellow you out, make you stop swinging so much. Allegedly.
In 1650, Fox was brought before the justices Grievous Bennett and Nathaniel Barton on the charge of religious heresy. So Fox said that Bennett, quote, was the first that called us Quakers because I made them tremble at the word of the Lord, end quote. And that's how Quaker became its name.
Mm-hmm. The old Baker Bennett. Folks, if you've ever been religiously persecuted, come down to Baker Bennett and Barton. We're the best at what we do. We'll get you off. If not, we'll get you hung. Well hung.
So Quakerism grew a substantial number of supporters in England and Wales, and it rose to 60,000 in England and Wales by 1680. But they didn't like them. They viewed the Protestantism viewed the Quakers as an irreverent challenge to society, social and political order, and it commenced formal persecution in England and Wales under the Quaker Act of 1662 and 1664. It led to the migration to America.
Yeah, man, 62, 64, John. I've heard it once, I've heard it 100 times. 62 and 64 were bad times in the Wales for the Quakers, John. The way you said it, you know about 62 and 64 in Wales. That was when the Quaker Act happened. John, you sound so nonchalant in delivery. It's like, well, we all should know. Fuck yeah. Oh my God. Have you heard about how crazy Kanye is? Yeah. Have you heard about the Quaker Act in Wales in 62 and 64? Yeah, both nuts. Nuts. I was relating both those to the same meme today, John. Anyway, go ahead.
I call it the Q&A, the Quaker Act, right here. Okay, so I've been talking about this, but let's talk about the essential doctrine of the inner light. That's what George Fox was talking about. That's what everyone has talked about since. That is why they don't believe in churches, priests, hierarchy, inequality, etc.
Yeah,
this is what you love.
Yeah, no, a lot of people don't, John. Tell me why they don't, and then I'll tell you why they're wrong and what they can do to fix their beliefs on the reason why you shouldn't. That is what I'm going to let you know about. Fucking this is where the rages come in, John. Someone's going to tell me how to not believe in fucking hierarchies? Fuck you, Quakers! I got shit to say!
They might agree with you, actually.
That's it! I'm cracking another beer. We're going to do this for another fucking hour. No, but literally just that fucking jolt of fucking adrenaline and anger. I want to start drinking again. I feel better now. Like my system is flushed. I'm probably gonna piss like a racehorse in like an hour, but I'm ready to drink now, John. Tell me about how they don't like things. Go on, John. I'm all ears.
This doctrine of Quakerism, called the inner light, is the belief that all people are able to directly encounter God or truth, both capital G and T, inwardly. So have this direct access to revelation.
That's the same thing as Rastafari. That's the same thing as Jah, where we're all gods. Where there is no God, we are gods. God is everywhere. If you are in touch with God, in touch with Jah, you are part of Jah. Yeah, fuck yeah, Quaker.
Yeah.
Quakers, do you want to hit this? What? Quaker, my man Quaker. Hand me some of that oatmeal. I'm going to hand you some this week. We're going to figure shit out.
Because all have direct inward access to God, Quakers believe in spiritual equality for everyone. No race, gender, class, or other group has privileged or exclusive access to divine revelation.
100%. 100%. It's based on your character, based on your actions, based on what you do. Like, it doesn't matter what you look like, what you believe in, where you're from, how you act. It is your personality, your character. Like, you can have a piece of shit of any gender, of any race, any creed, any religion across the board. They're all fucking pieces of shit. But there's good ones in there too. That's what took me so long, John. I spent a good 5 years like fucking everyone is the devil, and I will hurt before I get hurt. And then I was like, there's some good people all the way across the board. Onesies, twosies, but you gotta fucking go on your fucking get your metal detector out, come to the beach, put on your big white socks and your flip-flops and your hat and the fucking nice fucking thing on your nose so you don't get a sunburn. Like, burp, burp, burp. Take your people finder out. Like, fucking, there's some good people out here, man. There's some fucking assholes. There's a lot of fucking assholes. But yeah, that's the thing. everyone is equal. Everyone is okay. Everyone
Yep.
has the ability to do whatever they want. And that should not be a question. That should not be like, it sucks that that's a question. It upsets me that is a point of a topic. Like, it should be just understood. Like, up is up, down is down. Hey, if you go underwater, you can't breathe. It's just understood of just our physics in life. You know what I mean? That should be an understood physics of people are equal, period. And like, you get to know, oh, you're a fucking asshole. Oh, you're cool. It doesn't matter if I can understand what you're saying. I don't speak your language. I don't know your religion. I don't know. It doesn't matter that shit. Like, dude, if you lean in, fucking just lean in.
Yeah.
And like, people who lean in, like, okay, you're cool, I'm cool, everyone's cool. Like, we don't understand what each other is saying. Okay, we can hang out. Bro, how many times have I was gonna ask you, how many times have I been drunk in Mexico and not known a word people are saying? I'm asking, I don't know. It's been a handful.
Right.
It's like, where you been? I don't know. With these guys. Who are your friends? I don't know. I'm not sure.
These guys.
We get each other. Just lean in, bro. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I go to fucking the same thing. I go to like listen to people a lot of times in Australia or fucking in Ireland, or like I get to like, I don't know what you're saying, but I get what you're saying. I could translate for you. If I did, it was like, here's the deal, man. He's pissed about something.
Yep.
What I would recommend is try to buy a drink or drink a drink or leave.
Yeah.
Don't do any of the others.
The general vibe, and it's the basic thing everyone should understand. You got it.
Oh, I got it. John, I'm a great test taker. I may not speak the language I'm taking the test in, but I'm a great test taker.
Yeah.
Put me in, coach. I'm fucking ready. I have all these beers, a plethora of alcohol, and a fucking will that won't quit, John.
So, adding on that, this belief.
No, I'm gonna let you know. Have a drink. It's way better. It soothes the stomach. It's way better. It eases things up. Okay. Let's never do that again. We'll drink 60 shots in 4 hours and do something like alcohol. It's stupid.
So this belief in equality and their inward focus also led most Quakers to embrace the peace testimony. Pacifism is what it's normally called these days. A rejection of violence and warfare.
Okay. All right. I'm with that, because I'm not going to war because someone tells me to war. I don't believe in pacifism. I don't. But I believe in not fighting for a war that someone says you need to fight in, and you go and fight other people and you don't know why you're fighting. I do not believe in that.
Okay.
I believe in fighting. I definitely believe in fighting. But for a reason.
Yep.
To know what, like, it has to be like, hey buddy, I need your help. Yup. When we were the jocks and the socias and I remember one time I was like, Pony. He's like, what's that?
Stay golden.
He's like, what's that soda? I was like, soda pop. Anyway, we had to fight the socias. And when I read the book, John, because I don't like, you like to say you're dyslexic, like, that's great because you conquered it and you're a fucking MFA. You like to say that too, you type and read books. And yeah. You have a shortcoming, you acquired the yeah. Fuck off. I'm saying I didn't. And the mind movies are still fucking fantastic. My dyslexia comes in when I'm reading, where I don't pronounce things correctly in my mind. And when I hear people say them, or the first one that got me that was like the fucking blurring was in the Harry Potter books.
Harry Moni.
Say that again.
Ceremony.
No, John. Is that what you said?
No, that's just what came to mind, and so I threw that one out.
Nope. Harmony.
Oh.
Harmony.
Oh, it's the same word but different thought. Wow, interesting.
Facets. Harmony.
On the level.
Yeah. Bro, hooked on phonics. Little fucking peek behind the curtain, brother. Hooked on phonics. Remember that shit? Worked for me almost, but not quite. I remember vividly one of the fucking childhood dreams that I have tried to drink out of my. I still remember this. It was in second grade, and I couldn't get past the gold level because you had to spell the words they said, and the one that I couldn't do was determined. I could not pronounce it. I could spell it. I couldn't say it. And so hooked on phonics fucked my shit up.
Determine.
Determine. What's my name, John?
Dietermine.
Dietermine. Like what?
Yeah.
What am I doing wrong? And I kept saying it. Nope. Like, what the fuck is happening? Say my name.
Mine.
Yeah. You're not getting it right. Who's not getting it right? Peter. And what am I getting right? Dietermine. Fuck you. That was the first time I went to the principal's office. Second grade. Like, I was angry, upset, did not understand, and fastless. Fuck your dyslexia. I have anger issues.
So back to the Quakers. Many feel that they resemble the Puritans in some religious beliefs and practices, but they differed with them.
Jawlines.
Oh, yeah, right. But the cheekbones, nothing. They differed over the necessity of compelling religious uniformity in society. So when the Quakers showed up in Boston in the 1650s, they were persecuted by the Puritan congregation.
Yeah, well, they hate us because they ain't us, John. That's what I'm saying when I came Quaker style. They hate us because they ain't us.
Yeah. So the Puritans.
I'll take Quakers against Puritans for 1,000, John. What else you got?
It's a hard battle in the beginning, just so you know. You still willing?
No, you literally were not going to stop talking. So I was just going to say those words, and you were going to keep talking. Now you're going to. Are you still willing? Daily Double, John. I'd like to risk it all. Keep fucking reading, you dummy.
So the Puritans who stayed in England got a lot more tolerant about Protestants and Presbyterianism, which is
tolerance.
The state. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard about tolerance. What's that like? Anyway, Presbyterians, right? Great. Keep going.
But the New England Puritans were both tolerance and Presbyterianism were unacceptable. They spent so much to create a government called New England Way. They actually created that in England before coming out. New England Way. It was based on independence and power of the individual congregation, but this power was totalitarianism. This was, theocracy. This was
right. That's how I'm going to run my cult. Like, I'm truly going to be the one true hard line. Like, yeah, by all means, we'll have a forum, but I'm not going to listen to you. And if you speak up out of the forum, I'm going to have you shot. Full of a syringe of fun times, Jello shooters, and happy hour drinks. You're going to be drunk, and you're not going to come in next week. John, that's a promise.
So when the first 8 Quakers arrived in Massachusetts, they were beaten and jailed, and then forced either back to England or down to the Caribbean.
Okay. All right, here's the deal, guys. Everybody come together. We have about $240. That's a lot of money in New England this time. What should we do with it? Should we do maybe a witch trial? Like, nah, that's overdone. Should we maybe get like a putt-putt golf? Like, I don't like windmills. Remind me of witches. All right. Should we get like 4 Quakers to come to town? We could beat them and send them back on their ships. I like where your head's at, Jeremiah. Let's fuck those Quakers up. So they came over like, oh, we're here. Fuck, shit, balls, fuck, ah. And they went back on the boat.
Yep. Yeah, some were jailed. The others were forced back on the boat, go back to England, and those who were jailed were forced into the Caribbean eventually, like a half a year later.
Fuck yeah. No, those guys, send me to the Caribbean. This is where I need to be. Oh, a half a year in jail? Yeah. And I saw your bullshit here, Puritans. Okay, so I know what realism. I'm no longer a Quaker. I still believe in nothing, but now I believe in a lot more of nothing. Welcome to the Caribbean.
So Quakers' roots were in opposing the established religion of its time, right? So this just caused so many more Quakers to flood Massachusetts, and the Puritans banned Quakers in 1656 with laws added every single year until 1660 to make it make worse punishments for being or even supporting a Quaker.
And that is why we still have his face on our oatmeal packages today. Never forget, never unquaker. 1660 was a rough year. Let's fucking get down, baby. Delicious sort of Quakers.
That was...
I'm a big believer in not fucking with people's shit. Like, as much as I don't like the whole libertarian movement of that whole thing of the, I am a believer in those. Everything you say, yep, I like that. Like, oh no, everything you stand for is awful.
Right.
But I like what you're saying.
Let us govern ourselves, right?
Yeah, let us collectively get together and tread on someone else. Don't tread on me, but let's tread on them together. Should we tread? You guys like to tread? Everybody get your boots. These treads were made for treading, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these treads are gonna fuck your country too.
So, to be fair to the Puritans, the Quakers of that time... The Quakers of that time were not meek and mild innocents who just wanted to talk. The Quakers wanna
fuck shit up. Quakers just wanna fuck shit up. Fuck you for trying to control me. Yeah, Quakers!
So they were as righteous as the Puritans, and they were really forthcoming. They were like doing the music video version that the Puritans could never do.
It's a two-sided pod, John. It's the John and the Pete. Who has the same beliefs? We do. Who fucks shit up more and does not take any shit from anybody? Quakers.
Yep.
Who wants to be like a Quaker in their two-sided life? My boy Pete. He just wanna be like a Quaker.
So when these Quakers entered Massachusetts, they tried to wreak maximum havoc. So they bursted into church services, yelling in the street, banging pots and pans, and dripping off their clothes.
Look at my dick, fuckers! Look at my dick!
Or other.
Or my lady dick!
Quakers don't know about genitalia, John. I don't know if you knew that. I've been doing some deep diving here as we've been talking. Quakers knew nothing about the human physiology. It was quite stunning. They called them lady dicks. John, here's the deal. Until 1604.
Some scholars believe it was their ultimate quest for equality. They just thought everyone had the same things.
Yeah, lady dicks. See, John? Quaker style.
The nakedness was to show their lack of attachment to worldly things. But the Puritans didn't want anything to do with that.
Yeah,
that just
Puritans
messed up everything about them.
Puritans like, please, whoa, please do not sit on my couch. Whoa, shit, no, you cannot borrow my bicycle. You naked Quaker, please do not do that. I appreciate that you have no attachments, but you can also not sit in my carriage. Good day, carry on. Not even with your lady dick. Thank you very much.
So, some of the punishments from the established Puritans were boring holes with hot irons through the tongues of those, and others were the stocks.
Hold on. Time out. The way you speak makes all of us unsure, because you said some of the punishments were boring holes. Oh, boring holes like the two-sided pot on Thursdays? Because this is a boring motherfucking hole. Where's and me without my muff? So like digging or grinding with an iron tool into a place, creating a hole.
This wasn't a tongue ring. This was destroying the tongue, essentially.
They would pierce the tongue. Yes?
Hot iron rods.
There you go. See TurboTax?
But holes into them, like gauging the tongue.
Yeah. Well, that was the first straight edge person we've ever had. Like, once they had their tongues gauged, they got the black X's tattooed on their wrists. It's like, I don't fuck with booze. It's like, you would hate the two-sided pod. We get shithoused. Also, I like your tongue ring. Thank you very much. You must be a Quaker. No, I'm saying. You come from this Quaker people. And I have been many a fight with many a straight edge demanding their lineage from the Quaker history. That's fine. Can I gauge you now? That's fine. And you thought we were going to have fun. John, shame on you.
In Boston, there was also the punishment of being in the stocks for all day and night or multiple days, and also just death. Just death.
Oh, that's not a punishment, baby. Depends on where the stocks are, if you know what I mean. Sign me up, lock me down. Yes, sir, indeed. Call me Mitchell and slap my ass till it's pink. Let's do this shit. Not at all. But I mean, if I was a Quaker, that's what I would say.
Right.
Just to get in their heads a little bit, right? Because we don't kowtow for nobody, us Quakers. But also, we're kind of into S&M. You know, tongue gauging.
Hey, the inner light is in all of us.
Yeah. It was exciting the whole time. Fuck yeah, the call's coming from upstairs. Fuck yeah!
So, as mentioned in the Puritan segment, Connecticut did not punish them as much, but they just basically banished them, where Massachusetts really jacked them up. But they finally got some help in 1660 when the monarchy of England was restored and Charles II came to throne. One of his first acts as king was to send a letter to the governor of Massachusetts Bay Colony, ordering that the persecution of Quakers to stop.
Dear sir, from the Massachusetts Bay Company, I do write you this letter to ask one simple question. Do you like scones? Oh, wait. My assistant says no. Let me scribble that out. I cannot scribble, so I will continue writing. Do you want to hang out later. I'm sorry, I have no friends. I'm in the monarchy. Cannot scribble. Will you please stop killing the Quakers? Your pal, Big Eddie the King. Also, it would be cool if we hang out and do pool stuff this summer. Call me.
So, according to the King's missive, any Quaker accused of breaking the law in Massachusetts should be sent unharmed to England for trial. And this put Massachusetts in a bind because they wanted to exert their control. They had built up forts. They had created their own governor, and they were doing pretty good to start disconnecting themselves from England.
Pretty good.
But they didn't want to stop persecuting the Quakers, and if they did persecute them, they sent them to England, kind of neutering themselves of their authority.
Oh, John, how many times have I had that feeling? Impetus, just shaking your fist at the heavens, pissing up into the wind. John, you're like a Quaker who ran for governor of Massachusetts, who then realized all of my power comes from persecuting Quakers. And I had a cathartic experience. Like, should I send them? Should I go? Should I send them? Should I go? I do not know. I do not know. And they were going to write a musical about me, but then Lin-Manuel did this bullshit. Anyway, Quaker out.
So Massachusetts decided to actually continue being bad to Quakers, and England got a whiff of it. They got rid of New England's governor and brought in their own, and so started persecuting Massachusetts a little bit more. Persecution against Quakers started going away, but tensions started rising between England and Massachusetts.
I'm allergic to all the success, John. We've had so much success in the show. Here's the deal. Why don't we write a musical about the Quakers and the Puritans and how Massachusetts, because seriously, with your goddamn research and my rhyming skills
and squills,
yeah, persecuted, can't. I'm with that. See what we do? See how we roll? We're gonna be the next Lin-Manuel Noriega's in no time. Wait, Miranda's. Anyway,
Miranda.
One of the two. We're gonna be a dictator of a country or a star on Broadway.
Can't we be both?
John, in my mind movies, I already am. Welcome to the
So, the Quakers...
No. I was thinking about the Quakers recently. It wasn't even that I was trying to cut you off. I like that you're so gun shy right now that I do a little like, you're like, I'm going to shut it down. Like, and I'm going to take every opportunity to tell you about my thoughts and my connections with the Quaker people, John. Little did you know, 1647, after the 1604 issues with Big Freddie and the band, when we were working with Massachusetts and the colonies, my people decided, too hot for us, we moved west. Half of us were eaten by lions, the other half became podcasters. And that is what I've been doing ever since. You don't think I know where I'm going with this, do you? And most of the time I don't. I black out. Welcome to the party.
So many of the initial Quakers in the Americas, as with basically all European settlers, were slave owners. But in 1688, there was a petition brought by some of the Society of Friends. Love that name, Society of Friends. The petition was against the traffic of men body to their meeting in Germantown. This petition was filed away to be discovered again and published in 1844, a while later. But
It's only a couple
100
hundred years.
Okay, 156.
Potatoes. You say 150, I say 200, whatever. Who likes to do this math?
So while previously early Christians such as George Fox and William Edmondson, both Quakers, had criticized slavery and called for reforms, the Germantown petition was possibly the first direct protest against the system of slavery itself.
So what you're telling me, what I'm picking up from all this, right? Like, I love history and I love learning about things and how things get done. But I take away that you need to have backing, you need to have a movement to get shit done, right? So what I'm going to do is join the Religious Church of Friends. I'll make some fucking friends, John. We're going to get shit done.
Right. Yeah.
So help me, I'm going to find an editor for our show. You're going to be out of a job. Those Quakers know fucking podcasting like nobody's business, I've heard. Not true. Not true. You're still in. You're okay. You can check the mail. You're fine.
So
that's not true. I love you. And I don't.
Oh, thank you. Oh.
No, fuck off. When you say it like that, I don't like it. Anyway.
These early opponents of slavery were disowned by family and fellow congregants and faced public ostracization. Despite their efforts, the moral question of slavery would not be joined nationally until a decade before the war. So Quakers were a major initial force to talk about this. And during the war, they were a major point in the Underground Railroad and other efforts to help those enslaved to reach their freedom. The Quakers.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, John. I'm unsure if I truly believe everything you're saying because I feel like I would have heard more about this.
I'm actually surprised you haven't because it was almost a little overblown.
Oh, now
about them.
Oh no. Go ahead.
Because most of the people who worked or just contributed to the thing called the Underground Railroad were freed Black Americans.
Right.
But they focus on the Quakers who helped. But the Quakers were the ones who helped more than any other religious denomination in the U.S.
I guess you know what
there is something to say about it.
Okay, no, 100%. That's what I'm saying. I didn't realize you're saying I'm surprised you didn't realize. Like now, when you try to explain it like that and try to make your point, you explain why I didn't realize. Oh, heroes of the religious foundations who tried to help. No, John, I do not believe. You could say there was more Quakers who helped, but there was not religions who helped. There was not a religion who like, oh, this is the religion, John. So your shit of like more Quakers, like, oh, I don't know the statistics of what people were who helped. And if you said, oh, 64% of them happened to be Quakers who were not of color. Okay, that's cool. That's not a big fucking flag. It's great, fantastic, but tell me about the other people. Tell me why there's not more. Tell me why. And yeah, of course, freed slaves have come back and helped work the process and free others. Of course they're going to, man. Yep. You come back. You fucking, John. But the whole thing about Quakers doing this, like, yeah, it's just better. Like people who understand that no one should be subjugated to someone else.
Yeah.
So like you're going to, I'll do what I can. And you have a couple who were like, I'm doing everything I can.
Yeah, some were like, stay in my barn one night, you can't stay longer. Others were like, I'm actively helping.
100%. And that's the thing is you can't say though, when you say like, oh, it was freed slaves and Quakers. This was what the movement, this is what happened. Like, there was a lot of figures who were not affiliated with either of those. And,
yeah,
and it
100%.
belittles that that percentage and that what that they've done. So I'm with you 100%. Yeah, I get it. Like there could be, you did the numbers, you crunched some things, you know, all I did was I could make a great plan, drink a shit ton of beers for an hour.
That's right.
I brought fun back and you brought fucking education. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I think we're going to finish this segment.
Yeah. And to finish the segment, today they are known for their sense of equality, peaceful ways, and pacifism. And that's the Quakers.
That's why they wouldn't let me in. The pacifism. It's like, yeah, but when we get to fuck shit up.
Right.
You guys are into arson, right?
They're like, whoa.
What about that barn we all raised last week? Could we burn that?
Nay, brother. Nay.
It's our barn. We done raised it.
We doth raised it. Shan't we not burn it? You gotta speak their language, John. That's what I learned the first week I was there. It's like undercover work for religious cults. Telling you what.
I love the cult of Dionysus. We got some messages. Let's hit them.
First off, before you do that, John, you call it code shifting. I call it living life. That's how I roll. Go ahead, play the messages.
I'm sorry, sponsored by the Quakers? This is sponsored by what? Some woodworking? What are you on about?
Quakers. You love our oatmeal. Quakers. 2-sided style.
You're listening to the John and Pete podcast, yeah. And if you don't listen, it'll come off the double elbow. That hurts you real bad, yeah.
I've been watching so much wrestling since like 2 days before our last show. And since we've been talking, I've been watching a shit ton of wrestling. It's fake as fuck, but they're animals. They are athletes, John. I'm looking now at this time in life, like I can do shit. I can still play. I'll go out fuck shit up. But my thing is now, when I do, I feel it in the morning. Like, oh God, okay, oh there's that. That happened. Okay, oh I'm good. It was like, could you do that every day? Oh baby Jesus, no. Oh no. I get drunk and fuck around like twice a week, 3 times. I work out drunk 2 times a week. I get drunk and then get drunk all the time. It's a very specific regimen. If you're going to have a body of a temple, you got to have worshipers. That's what I'm here to get for you.
John, you're trying to talk about the Quakers, and fucking Pete is screaming about alcohol as a write-off. Do you understand what the disconnect is?
Not even screaming, like actively yelling about tax breaks. How do you think I made this bracket? Don't blame me, blame the tax code. I figured out the numbers. John, all your Miller High Life is fucking right ass, buddy. You're good to go.
Hello, Quakers. Do you want to hit this joint real fast?
Yes.
Get high a little bit and then talk to you about furniture. Fantastic.
Call me later. Hit that soon and sit on the love seat. Oh, the foyer. Meet me in the foyer. We can have a futon and a duvet and a fucking blunt wrap. It'll be great.
Hey everybody, y'all have a good night. As always, it was fun and informational. I have to go to bed.
All right, girl.
Have a long day.
Anyway,
I hope y'all have a great evening and a great weekend. And man, mazel tov. Deuces.
I adore you. I adore you. Friday, just think about like it's a long day. It's a long day, but Friday is you only got at most you're gonna have like 12 hours. Like a rough day, you're gonna get 12. You're gonna hit hard. Are we just showing stickers now? I'll fuck the couch up with stickers.
You did this. You brought this upon yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are soon going to get out of here. But first, I want to say that the sources for this episode of Two-Sided have been the first segment, History.com, Study.com, Britannica, World History Mag, digitalhistory.uh.edu, encyclopedia.com, and connecticuthistory.org. Second segment, ancestralfindings.com, history.com, quaker.org.uk, christianity.com, study.com, and thehistoricpresent.com, with finally PBS.
Jesus Christ. I actively want you to stop looking on the internet and just go to a library. Be a human. Go through some tomes. Go through some scrolls, John. This whole thing, like, I smoke weed and get on the internet. I look at Christianity.com. Your browser history is fucked, bro. You think I'm wrecked with what I look at? You are wrecked, my friend. Folks, I apologize. I digress. My sources for this episode have been Coors Light. If you're not going to drink and try to drink, you might as well drink things that are like water. Coors Light. Not great, but fucking people say you're drinking beer, so that's cool. Also, why can't we be friends? 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 I would also like to thank Cyndi Lauper, not for that track, but for all the other inspirations I've had for this whole show.
You just want to have fun, baby. You just want to have fun.
They just wanna two-sided. Gonna get drunk on Tuesdays, Thursdays. I would also like to give a thanks to High and Mighty, one of my new favorite podcasts with John Gabris.
Shout out,
motherfucker! Like, don't ever say shout out again. I will come across this pond. No, Julie, that's one for you. I will come across this continent. I will choke you out. After I'm done there, I get a much shorter flight from New York across the pond and choke you out too. Anyway, I digress. John, fucking Gabris did. I just listened to his Thanksgiving live show in New York last week, and they did a live power hour where they had like 5-6 people, and they were doing a show, like just a bunch of comedians chopping it up. Like they had no format. They're just chopping shit up and drinking. Live show. And that's what it was. And they filled a fucking auditorium, John. That's what alcohol can do for you. John, we're brought to you by alcoholism. Is the ism in you? It can be two-sided, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Ism in great? Ism.
Well, on that note, Spawn Ben on our YouTube says Einstein, yeah. And
I did that one for John. I did that for John.
Awesome.
Look at that shit. I did it for John.
And
I buy art to fuck with John. He's like, yeah, Einstein, what about that monochromatic bullshit? Look at that motherfucker.
How do you like that spooky action at a distance?
Yeah. I'm only letting him know. I only buy shit like that. It's like, I can leave John this fucking nice firm in my will. Like, all right. You like my microwave? No, they don't. I gotta buy art or I gotta buy some shit that he's gonna like. Yeah, you're getting this one. Fuck it, John. What else you like? I'm gonna buy that and fucking die with it so you can have it. Fuck off, man.
I don't like materialism, but I am a hoarder, so he knows me well. Also, Maurice, Andrea, I love you guys. Thanks for that. We appreciate it. I wanted to shout out to that.
Thanks, Maurice Andrea. Thank you so much. We are here every Thursday on the YouTubes. So hit your subscribe, hit your like, hit that button, hit that alert. Let us know because we will be here we say 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, but we're usually like 10 minutes late because John is dyslexic, and I guess that's an excuse. I don't know.
I thought it was 1 minute late, but it's 10. Sorry.
Yeah. He says 01, I see 10. Fuck off. What are we gonna do?
But thank you so much. Yeah, check us out again. We got another message, and we'll move on.
Yep.
This part of the show is brought to you by Night Rider Gas Station Dick Pills. Yeah, you take one of these bad boys. You'll just listen to the old lady, if you know what I mean.
Well, they didn't tell you that it would last that long, so I did get those. I did take them. They were delightful for the night. The next day, I had chores. Picture me in a Speedo with a full-on hard-on mowing the lawn, waving to the neighbors. Hey, everybody, how's it going? Woo! Very off-putting for everyone on my street.
No semi here. Well, speaking of that, actually, my boy Pete, is there anything from this episode that you'd like to take a second glance at, a second look,
Speaking of that,
this is Pete's retraction corner.
Speaking of that, John, the only thing I would retract. No, I wouldn't. I would say the only thing I would retract would be the choice to do a power hour. Yes, that was a stupid idea, and it was uncalled for. Now I have beers, and I don't like them, and I'm going to throw them at fucking kids in the park. Then I'm going to go to jail. This is the next shows. They're all bullshit ideas. The whole everything else I said, I stand by, John. I stand by actively, aggressively, wholeheartedly. John, none shall pass. None shall pass. Ooh. On our show. Sometimes we talk about things. Other times we look at how Tool has affected us in our lives. Other times we don't. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are the Two-Sided. We are here every Tuesday and Thursday live. We are on Stereo Streets. We are also on the YouTubes on Thursday, Spotify, Apple Pod, Anchor, Patreon, fans only, farmers only. I can't believe it's not butter. Only I can. .com. John, you don't even know what I'm getting into. I'm doing all the marketing. You don't even know how much I'm doing. Cheers, brother. I'll see your ass in the green room.
Well, before we go, I actually do want to give a special shout out to our last message right there. Swan Ben, happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Shut the fuck up. Is this his birthday?
Yeah, 100%.
All right, hold on. Well, it's your fucking birthday! Yeah, you like your fucking birthday. You're gonna get a year older. Let's get older. We can't sing any of the normal songs in the normal ways, so we also have to do them off cuff. So the thing is, we wish you a happy birthday, and we do want to put the dessert for your table on our tab. So thanks for listening. Happy birthday to you, brother. Fucking happy birthday. My man Spawn Band. Oh shit, we're drinking? Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, we gotta do a shot. I mean, you gotta seal the deal.
Like
So
a goddamn shot. All right,
instant
let's do a
response
shot.
is this is like Hollywood telling me happy B-Day. Love you guys. You are my family. Meow. Cheers,
Fuck
Spawn
yeah.
Band.
That's my man.
brother.
That's my man.
Pika,
Right
pika.
there. Pika bow.
Oh. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. We have our open
Hold
chat
on.
show.
Time out. Hold on. I just watched Big Daddy last week and I got to do it. Not Big Daddy. I just watched Liar Liar. What are you, 20, 21, 22? I'm 5, Dad. Okay. Return the keg. Cancel the dancing girls. All right, Spawn Band. I guess it's your special day. Sorry, I just watched that. It was really good. Love you, brother. Happy birthday, man.
Open chat show live on stereo every Tuesday, same start as tonight. So if you want to join us or you want to throw some topics out there, email us at twosidedpod@gmail.com. TWO sidedpod@gmail.com. And for those listening live, join our chat on the stereo app in our green room right now. Let's go
right now
20 after the hour for our after show wind down. That's a wrap for tonight. I'm John L. Peacock out in Brooklyn, New York.
And I'm my boy Pete with all the bad ideas you could ever imagine in Southern California.
And this was our show. You can eavesdrop wherever you get your podcasts and even join us live, both on our YouTube channel, Two Sided Podcast, handle TWOSidedPod, and on the Stereo app every Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, as we talk about the two sides of life, the serious and the fun, here on Two Sided. Here's to a power hour, Pete. Love you.
Don't ever do that to me again, John. Nope. I was feeling fine before, but now the didgeridoo makes me sick. No. You're the purge and binge region of the world. Nope. And I say